Welcome to This Is How We Brew It by Caffeine and Kilos. Dean, what do we got going on here?
This is called a cold brew maker, but what kind?
It's a drip. So this is a drip cold brew maker. So how this works, the water's up here, cold water. You can put ice in there or not, your preference. Then it's got a little valve here. You set that up to drip, and I believe they say they want it between 25 and 32 drips per minute. So a little less than once a second. It's supposed to be shut off now, although you see there's a slight drip going on. Let me see if I can shut it down more. So that drips onto, there's a paper filter. We got very finely ground coffee here.
Basically flour fine.
Flour fine.
It's as fine as you can possibly get it in the grinder that we have.
This guy here. It's a hand grinder. We put it on the tightest grind possible. Ran it through. It's a very fine powder. And there's a, what kind of filter is that on bottom?
Ceramic.
Ceramic filter on bottom. Drips down through there, through the old spiralizer.
The glass spiral.
And then down into the waiting pot, which is anxiously awaiting some nice.
This is about what, a 3-hour brew time?
About 3-hour brew time, so we gotta get this thing going.
Yeah. So okay, let's get that set up.
All right.
I'll get a timer on.
Get a timer out. Let me guess first. I'm gonna try and see if I can get it.
I'll tell you when to start counting. I'm gonna do a 30-second sample, so try and get like 15 and 30 seconds.
Sure.
Okay. Ready?
Hold on. I think you need just a little. I need to kick it up a little notch. Okay.
Ready, set, start.
Probably 15 seconds would be good.
Okay, that was 15 seconds.
About 12 and 15 seconds. So that's a little quick.
It's a little quick.
So we'll back it off just a hair, and we'll call it there. Here we go. And then...
That seems about right.
That's about right. That seems about right. So there we go. So this is going to continue to drip at that pace for next 3 hours. So in the meantime...
Well, with this thing too is this is more of a I would consider this more of a novelty piece for sure than like an actual convenient way of making cold brew, because you can whip up a batch of cold brew in 30 seconds flat and put it in the fridge for overnight before you go to bed in a mason jar, and it'll taste just as good. You just pour it over a strainer, or you just put it in a bag that's like a tea bag, reusable tea bag, and just wash it out. But I mean, this is more of a...
You can do it in a French press. You just put it in a French press. Just don't plunge it. Just leave the plunger up, put it in the refrigerator overnight. In the morning, plunge it, and you got cold brew.
Yeah. Many easier ways. But
this is fun.
But this is fun, and it looks cool. It'd be something cool to have like in like a shop or in a house that has an enormous kitchen.
We went to breakfast at a place in San Diego, and they had one of these, a larger version of this on the wall. And it's their homemade cold brew. They actually brewed with this method, but it was also a super hipster type thing. I think it was for looks as much as purpose. So there we go.
Yeah, because they're only you're serving 1 or 2 people a batch, and then it's gone.
We had a bigger one, but even twice the size. It's not a very good way to go.
No.
Not very convenient.
Nothing like the 5 gallons that we make here at a time.
No, exactly. Yeah.
So, did you talk about the paper on there to disperse the water?
Yeah, so it's a little paper filter, and the reason it's on top, because why I filter on top, is that way when it drips down, it doesn't just burrow a hole in the middle of the grounds. It hits that paper, so kind of spread out. So I think that helps all the grounds get saturated more. Mm-hmm. That's our assumption, anyway.
It's completely relevant.
Well, so it makes sense.
Plausible.
Absolutely. Yeah. So there we go.
And we did put colder water in here, like he was saying earlier. You can use ice, but we did, water out of the water machine on cold. So it is a cold water. It's not like room temperature.
Correct.
Well, I'm sure room temperature would be fine if you just want to put this in the fridge afterwards to cool it down.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't necessarily affect anything, the extraction.
Right, because it's such low temperature anyway. Yeah, absolutely. Well, there it is. So we'll be back.
3 hours. Back.
All right, here we go. A couple hours later.
Yeah.
And so now we're gonna check it out. So far this went well. It started off, that thing was thick when it was first coming down there. It did thin out a little bit towards the end. And I think we're ready.
Yeah, I think the drip count did get escalated a little bit.
Sped it up a bit.
Just a tad.
To finish
just
it off.
Yeah, to get it going.
Yeah.
But I honestly think it honestly needed it.
I mean, if the grounds are saturated,
It needed it bad.
There it is.
It was, it looked like syrup.
And maybe we could look this up, but if somebody knows like what the whole point of the spiralizer is, comment below. Let's know.
It's to get the full extraction process complete.
I'm not sure that's right. But it looks cool.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Pour
it
it
gives
up.
you more time to collect, spread out nice and thin and get it's a timing thing.
It's a timing thing. There it is. Makes it a little smoother.
Factoid Nation.
Factoid Nation coming at you. All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to use the lid here actually to catch the drippings.
Yeah, that's what we tried the last 2 times, huh?
Oh, did we?
Failed attempts.
All right. That is.
I love this little very Fortnite-esque potion, healing potion.
Oh, you're really ripping it, huh?
I haven't had any coffee today yet. I'm waiting. I'm holding out.
Well, top me off then. Thank you. All right.
There's enough there for someone else. Maybe Aaron, if he's lucky.
Here we go. All right. Well,
cheers.
Give it a rip.
Oh, these are great mugs, by the way.
Ah.
Can't wait till these come out.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be a lid, but we took them off.
Double wall.
If these look familiar in quality, and it's equal to the ones you're thinking about.
Yeah. Vacuum insulated. Oh, that's good. That's real. Is this a concentrate? I think it makes a concentrate, yeah?
Okay, so we did cheat and tested it a little bit the other day.
I did not.
You did not. Me, Dante, and Aaron did. And that's also why we sped up the drip, because it was fucking so strong and so thick, it was undrinkable.
Well, you could... Wow. So, do you think that was the amount of ground? But when you sped up the drip, it thinned it out.
Well, it was at this point, it had been dripping...
for 3 hours.
Yeah, it was super thick. It wasn't enjoyable, for sure.
You'd have had to water it down.
We would have had to water it down anyways. So basically, we sped this up a little bit, not much, but just enough to where it kept the flavor integrity, but didn't dilute it too much at all. Because this is still really strong.
This is really good. So I think it's definitely stays true to cold brew as far as it's very smooth. Like that's really when you cold brew compared to a hot brew, it always makes it just a little smoother.
We've never cold brew our collab with Black Rifle.
We've never have cold brewed that before.
And I'm gonna have to tell you, it's fucking good.
It's so good.
I mean, I've had it hot, but we haven't had it cold. And I think it's better cold always.
All right, so what do we go up here? Speed, convenience, and taste. Our rating system on this.
Efficiency.
Well, efficiency. So efficiency. I mean, it does make a pot of cold brew in a couple hours compared to overnight.
Process.
Process is a fucking 10. You know what I mean? From a fun point, right? Like it looks like a science experiment. It looks cool. Like this might be. I mean, I don't know. When you get like these guys back here, like the siphon brewers, you know, they look pretty cool. But this one, I mean, there's a whole. I mean, it's a 4-story thing here.
Yeah. This is true. I mean, as far as those, like...
And flavor...
How long did it take you to make these grounds? A half hour?
Well, I use a hand grinder.
But with what we used.
Right. But yeah, so for sure. So it definitely is it's not the quickest way to make cold brew. Well, it's the quickest duration, but as far as effort involved, it's probably the most consuming way to make cold brew.
I always had a question about, like, when we make our cold brew here, when we soak it in the fridge... or room temperature, whatever you choose to do. But we usually do it in the fridge. I wonder how it would taste after 3-4 hours of soaking instead of waiting the full 12.
Not concentrate as much.
I mean, I'm sure it would still be pretty good though.
It'd be good. Just wouldn't be.
I might give it a taste next time.
Wouldn't be as thick. You know, you could. It's like barrel tasting with wine, right? Like you taste it, it goes in the barrel. You try it after a month, and after another month, and up till the 18 months or however long they age in the barrel.
I feel like this is gonna light my ass up.
I am so excited.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna finish this off, go do some squats, and then probably yell at somebody.
Yeah.
So,
Probably go yell at somebody.
probably yell at somebody over nothing.
That was good.
I'm
This is very good.
I'm gonna start an argument.
So we finally, we can reveal our secrets here now. I think this is the third attempt.
It took 3 tries. So normally with every other brew method, it's always been first try. It doesn't always turn out perfect on the first try, but it's always drinkable good enough.
Mm-hmm.
This one actually did take 3 tries.
Took 3 tries. We had to figure out the proper coarse ground.
Yeah, the quart and then the amount also.
Yeah, I mean filling it up all the way. We kind of didn't fill it up all the way the first time we tried it for some reason. I don't know why, but we also had a lot coarser grinds. We went with this extremely fine grind like we've mentioned before, and that was definitely what it needed.
So basically,
if you're picking one of these up, yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to spend, 175 or it might have been 250, I don't remember. If you want to spend a couple $100 on something that looks really cool and is great, it's like a conversation piece.
Oh, there's no way in hell this is worth $250. I mean, that's probably what we paid for it, but it's not worth that.
Yeah. Well, if you got the money and you're looking for a conversation piece in your kitchen, it's a good way to go. But that's pretty much the end of it. If you're looking for a way to make cold brew because you like cold brew best, it's probably not the way to go because, like we said earlier, you could just literally fill a French press with the grounds and the coffee and then just leave it on your counter overnight, and in the morning plunge that shit and you got cold brew coffee. That's way more convenient. Doesn't take up the room. You don't have to get especially fine grind for the coffee. So it's, as far as that goes, it's really inconvenient for making the cold brew, but it looks cool as shit.
Yeah. Well, no, if you have it's a Saturday or a nice Sunday brunch, you got Pam and Dan over at the house.
Start this thing percolating before they show up.
Yeah.
While they're here, it works its way through.
You come out in the backyard, everybody's having Eggs Benedict, you pour them a nice little cold brew out of the... That's for that kind of thing.
It is. It's a Sunday brunch thing. I'm gonna actually
Spring.
I'm gonna have some people over for Sunday brunch. I'm gonna borrow it.
Yeah.
Take it over to the warehouse.
You should.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in to this episode of
This is how we brew it.
This is how we brew it. All right, guys. Leave comments below, and I'll see you later.